They dragged her into detention. The Earthborn girl left alone, but not them. The detention hall on Terminus Academy smelled like recycled air and broken dreams. Maya Chen sat perfectly still in the center chair, her dark eyes tracking every movement of the 3 Vexar guards surrounding her. They thought she was scared. They were wrong. "You know why you are here, human?" The tallest guard, Kreth, leaned forward with his mandibles clicking in what passed for a sneer among his species. His purple exoskeleton gleamed under the harsh white lights. Maya tilted her head, a ghost of a smile playing at her lips. "Because you cannot handle losing." The sound that erupted from Kreth was somewhere between a hiss and a roar. His clawed hand slammed onto the metal table, leaving a visible dent. "You cheated! No human should have scored higher than Vexar Elite on the tactical simulation." "Funny thing about simulations," Maya said, her voice steady and calm. "They do not lie, unlike some people I could mention." The second guard, a female named Sarix, circled behind Maya. Her footsteps were deliberately heavy, meant to intimidate. "The Directorate wants answers, Earthborn. How did you bypass 17 security protocols? How did you predict every countermove?" Maya laughed, actually laughed. The sound bounced off the sterile walls like music in a morgue. "You want to know my secret? I paid attention. Revolutionary concept, I know." Kreth's eyes narrowed to slits. "You mock us." "Oh, I am definitely mocking you," Maya confirmed. "You dragged me in here at midnight, threatened me with expulsion, and damaged Academy property with your little temper tantrum, all because a human beat you at your own game." "Yeah, I'm absolutely mocking you." The third guard, younger and clearly nervous, shifted his weight from foot to foot. His name was Dulox, and unlike his companions, he seemed uncomfortable with this entire situation. "Commander Kreth, perhaps we should contact the headmaster before proceeding further." "Silence!" Kreth snapped. "This is a matter of Vexar honor." Maya leaned back in her chair, the picture of relaxation despite being surrounded. "Honor? Is that what you call it? Because from where I sit, this looks a lot like 3 fully grown warriors terrorizing a 19-year-old girl because she embarrassed you in front of the entire tactical warfare class." Sarix moved closer, her breath hot against Maya's ear. "You think you are clever, human. You think because Earth joined the Galactic Council 5 years ago that you have a place among true warriors. But you are wrong. You are soft, weak, a species that barely survived its own planetary conflicts." "Soft?" Maya's voice dropped to a whisper, but somehow it filled the entire room. "You want to talk about soft? My grandmother survived 3 wars before she turned 30. My parents rebuilt entire cities from radioactive ash. I learned to shoot before I learned to write cursive. And you call us soft." The temperature in the room seemed to drop several degrees. Kreth pulled up a holographic display, his claws dancing across the interface. "Look at this, human. These are the security logs. They show your biometric signature in 17 different locations simultaneously during the simulation. Impossible without technological assistance or cloning, which means you cheated." Maya studied the hologram with genuine interest. "Huh, that is interesting." "You admit it?" Sarix practically purred. "Oh, I admit those logs are fascinating," Maya replied. "Want to know what else is fascinating? The fact that they have been edited. See that timestamp discrepancy? The microsecond delays in the data stream? Someone altered these logs after the fact." Dulox leaned in despite himself. "How can you tell?" "Because I am not just a tactical warfare student," Maya said. "I'm also taking advanced cybersecurity, which you would know if you had actually read my file instead of just seeing human and assuming incompetence." Kreth's mandibles clicked rapidly, a sign of extreme agitation. "You're suggesting someone framed you?" "I'm not suggesting anything," Maya corrected. "I am stating facts. Someone hacked the Academy mainframe, altered security logs, and tried to make it look like I cheated. The real question is why? What did they gain from getting me expelled?" Sarix laughed, but it sounded forced. "Paranoid human conspiracy theories. Typical." "Is it?" Maya stood slowly, her movements controlled and precise. None of the guards stopped her. "Let me tell you what I think happened. Someone in your class, probably someone who has never scored below the 95th percentile, suddenly found themselves ranked 2nd. They could not handle it. So they decided to cheat the system, frame me, and restore what they see as the natural order of things. Ridiculous, Kreth spat. Is it, though? Maya walked to the holographic display, her fingers hovering near the controls. May I? Kreth waved dismissively. By all means, dig your grave deeper. Maya's hands flew across the interface with practiced ease. Lines of code cascaded down the screen, security protocols unwrapping like ribbon on a gift. Within 30 seconds, she had isolated 3 separate intrusion points in the Academy mainframe. There, she pointed. Someone accessed the simulation parameters 14 hours before the test. They altered probability matrices to favor Vexar cognitive patterns, which means the test itself was rigged from the start. Dulox moved closer to the display, his eyes widening. She is right. Look at the authentication codes. Those are restricted access credentials. Then how did a human first-year student crack them? Sarix demanded. Maya turned, and for the first time since entering detention, she let them see the predator behind her calm exterior. Because whoever did this got sloppy. They used a backdoor exploit that was patched on Earth systems 3 years ago. But Galactic Council, security protocols are built on older architecture. You prioritize stability over innovation. It makes you vulnerable to anyone who understands both systems. The room fell silent except for the hum of electrical systems. Kreth stared at the evidence before him, his purple skin darkening to almost black. If what you say is true, then someone in the Academy committed academic fraud and attempted to implicate you. Now you are catching on, Maya said. Slow, but you got there eventually. Watch your tone, human, Sarix warned. Or what? Maya challenged. You will drag me into detention, lock me in a room with 3 guards twice my size? Oh wait, you already did that. How's that working out for you? Dulox actually laughed before catching himself. She has spirit. You have to give her that. Spirit will not protect her when the truth comes out, Kreth said ominously. If you are correct about this conspiracy, then you have made powerful enemies, enemies who will not stop at simple academic sabotage. Maya crossed her arms. Let them come. I did not survive Deathworld Earth by backing down from bullies, whether they have 2 legs or 6. Sarix moved to block the door. You are not leaving until we verify your claims. Fine by me, Maya shrugged. But I suggest you move quickly. Whoever framed me is probably watching this detention. When they realize I am unraveling their little scheme, they might do something desperate. As if summoned by her words, the lights flickered. Once, twice, then died completely. Emergency backup systems bathed the room in eerie red light. Kreth's hand went immediately to his sidearm. Dulox, check the door. The young guard rushed to the exit and slammed his fist against the control panel. Nothing happened. Sealed. Override codes are not responding. Well, Maya said into the darkness. This is awkward. Sarix whirled on her. Did you do this? Yes, I definitely trapped myself in a locked room with 3 armed guards, Maya replied sarcastically. Brilliant plan. Really thought that through. A voice crackled over the emergency communication system. It was distorted, run through multiple filters to hide the speaker's identity. Attention detention occupants, you have 30 minutes before the oxygen recyclers shut down. I suggest you use that time wisely. Kreth roared, slamming his fists against the sealed door. The metal buckled but held. Show yourself, coward. 30 minutes, the voice repeated, and counting. Maya watched the guards panic with clinical detachment. Sarix was checking her communicator frantically. Dulox had begun examining the ventilation grates. Kreth continued his assault on the door, making no progress. Are you 3 done wasting time? Maya asked calmly. They all turned to stare at her. We are trapped, Sarix hissed, with limited oxygen because of your investigation. No, Maya corrected. We are trapped because someone is scared of what we might find, which means we are close to the truth. So instead of panicking, maybe we should use these 30 minutes productively. Kreth stopped pounding on the door. What do you suggest, human? Maya walked to the holographic display, which was still running on backup power. I suggest we figure out who wants me dead badly enough to kill 3 Vexar guards as collateral damage, because that is what this is. They are willing to let all of us suffocate to keep their secret safe. The oxygen recyclers are controlled by the central mainframe, Dulox said. If we can access it remotely, we can override the shutdown. Cannot be done from here, Sarix said flatly. This room is isolated, no network access. Maya smiled. Good thing I do not play by the rules then. She pulled a small device from her pocket. It looked like nothing more than a standard data chip, the kind students used for homework assignments. But when she inserted it into the holographic display, the screen exploded with code. "What is that?" Kreth demanded. "Insurance," Maya replied. "I built this after the first time someone tried to hack my personal files. It is a bridge protocol, creates a quantum entangled connection to my dorm room computer, which has full network access." Sarek stared. "That is illegal. Quantum entanglement devices are restricted to military applications only." "So arrest me," Maya said without looking up. "Oh wait, we might be dead in 28 minutes. Priorities." Her fingers flew across the interface, lines of code streaming faster than the Vexar guards could follow. She was inside the Academy mainframe in under 2 minutes, navigating through security protocols like they were tissue paper. "There," she breathed, "oxygen recycler controls. Someone locked them with a physical override command, which means they had access to the engineering deck." "Can you reverse it?" Dulax asked urgently. "Working on it," Maya muttered. "But whoever did this knows their stuff. They layered the command with failsafes. If I trigger the wrong sequence, it could accelerate the shutdown instead of stopping it." Sweat beaded on her forehead despite the dropping temperature. The room was already getting stuffy as carbon dioxide levels rose. "Hurry," Kreth urged. "Telling me to hurry is super helpful, thanks," Maya shot back. "Really keeping calm under pressure there, Commander." Her sarcasm was a shield against the fear trying to claw its way up her throat. She had talked a big game about Deathworld survival, but suffocating in a locked room was a terrible way to prove the point. "Got it!" She slammed her palm against the interface. "Oxygen recyclers back online. We have breathable air." The guards collectively exhaled. "However," Maya continued, "we are still locked in, and whoever did this knows we are alive, which means they will try again." "Then we find them first," Kreth said. His earlier hostility toward Maya had shifted into something else. Respect, maybe, or at least recognition of a fellow warrior. Maya pulled her device from the display and pocketed it. "I have been tracking data signatures this whole time. I know which terminal was used to lock us in." "Where?" Sarek demanded. Maya met her eyes. "The Tactical Warfare Department, Professor Vorn's private office." The 3 guards exchanged looks. "Impossible," Dulax whispered. "Professor Vorn is the head of the entire combat simulation program. He is a decorated war hero. He would never—" "Never what?" Maya interrupted. "Never cheat? Never frame a student? Never attempt murder to cover his tracks? Because the evidence says otherwise." Kreth's expression hardened. "If you are accusing a superior officer—" "I am not accusing anyone," Maya said. "I am following the data, and the data leads to Vorn's office. What we do with that information is up to you." The emergency lighting flickered again. Somewhere in the walls, metal groaned under stress. 26 minutes until something else goes wrong," Maya said quietly. "Your move, Commander Kreth." Kreth made his decision in under 3 seconds. "Dulax, override the door lock manually. Sarek's contact security command. Tell them we have a Code Sigma situation." "Code Sigma?" Maya asked. "Internal threat," Sarek explained while pulling tools from her utility belt. "Academy personnel gone rogue. It triggers immediate lockdown and investigation protocols." "So basically you are admitting I was right," Maya could not resist pointing out. "Do not push your luck, human," Kreth warned, but there was almost warmth in his voice now. Almost. Dulax had removed the control panel cover and was rewiring circuits with practiced efficiency. "Manual override in 10 seconds. 9, 8. "When this door opens," Kreth said, "we move fast. Professor Vorn's office is 3 levels up, main academic wing. If he realizes we survived, he will destroy evidence." "Or set another trap," Maya added helpfully. 7, 6, 5. Sarek finished her communication and drew her sidearm. "Security command confirms. Lockdown initiated. All personnel confined to quarters except active security teams." "Which means Vorn is trapped too," Maya noted. "Nowhere to run. 4, 3, 2. The door exploded outward with a hiss of hydraulics. Dulax stumbled back from the opening, smoke rising from the fried circuits. "Go!" Kreth shouted. They ran. The corridors of Terminus Academy were empty, bathed in the same red emergency lighting that had filled the detention room. Their footsteps echoed off metal walls as they sprinted toward the main elevator shaft. "Elevators will be offline during lockdown," Sarix panted. "We take the maintenance ladders." Maya groaned. "Of course we do, because this night was not exciting enough already." The maintenance shaft was a vertical tunnel lined with metal rungs, 3 stories up. Maya grabbed the first rung and started climbing, her muscles burning from the effort. Below her, the 3 Vexar guards followed with surprising grace despite their bulk. "Human," Kreth called up, "when we reach Vorn, let us handle the confrontation. This is Academy security business now." "Sure thing, Commander," Maya replied. "I will just stand quietly in the corner. That is totally my style." Sarix actually chuckled. "She grows on you, does she not?" "Like a fungus," Kreth muttered, but there was no real anger in it. They reached the 3rd level in under 2 minutes. Maya hauled herself through the access hatch and into another empty corridor. The Tactical Warfare Department was 50 meters ahead, its entrance marked by holographic displays showing famous battles from Galactic Council history. "Weapons ready," Kreth ordered. "Dulox, you are on point. Sarix, cover our rear. Human, stay between us." "Maya," she corrected. "My name is Maya. If we are risking our lives together, you could at least use it." Kreth paused, then nodded. "Maya, stay between us." They approached Professor Vorn's office with tactical precision. The door was closed, but light leaked from underneath. Someone was definitely inside. Dulox placed his hand on the access panel. "Locked from inside. I can override, but it will alert whoever is in there." "Do it," Kreth commanded. The door slid open with a soft chime. Professor Vorn sat behind his massive desk, his 6 arms folded in a gesture of casual dismissal. He was hexapod, one of the Council's eldest species, with silver skin that rippled like mercury and eyes that had seen 3 centuries of warfare. "Commander Kreth," Vorn said calmly, "I have been expecting you." Maya stepped forward despite Kreth's restraining gesture. "You tried to kill us." "Kill you?" Vorn laughed, a sound like grinding gears. "My dear child, I saved your life. If you had died in that detention room, there would have been no investigation, no questions, just an unfortunate malfunction during a disciplinary hearing." "You are admitting to the sabotage?" Sarix asked, her weapon trained on the professor. Vorn stood slowly, his multiple arms gesturing to the holographic displays covering his walls. Battle simulations, tactical scenarios, thousands of them. "I'm admitting to recognizing potential. Maya Chen scored a perfect 100 on a test designed to be impossible for humans. Do you know how rare that is? How valuable?" "Valuable," Maya repeated. "You framed me for cheating because I am valuable?" "I created a scenario where you would be forced to demonstrate additional skills," Vorn corrected. "Cybersecurity expertise, grace under pressure, the ability to analyze complex data while facing mortal danger. You passed every test with distinction." Kreth's mandibles clicked dangerously. "You nearly suffocated 4 people for a test?" "The oxygen recycler was never in real danger," Vorn said dismissively. "I had overrides prepared. The door lock was theatrical. All of it was calculated to push Maya beyond her perceived limitations." Maya felt rage building in her chest like a physical force. "You psychotic son of a—" "Careful," Vorn interrupted. "I understand you are angry, but anger without control is useless. Ask yourself why I went to such elaborate lengths." "Because you are insane?" Maya suggested. Vorn smiled, revealing teeth that could crush steel. "Because Earth is dangerous. Your species survived your own death world through cunning, adaptability, and absolute refusal to give up. The Galactic Council fears you. They smile and welcome Earth to the table, but behind closed doors, they plan. They strategize. They wonder when humanity will realize it does not need the Council at all." The room fell silent. Sarix lowered her weapon slightly. "What are you saying?" "I am saying that war is coming," Vorn replied. "Not today, not tomorrow. But within a generation, the Council will fracture. Old alliances will crumble, new powers will rise, and when that happens, Earth will be the deciding factor. The species that everyone underestimates until it is too late." Maya's mind raced. "You want me to what? Be your secret weapon? Your pet human?" "I want you to survive," Vorn said quietly. "I want you to be ready. Because when the shooting starts, the universe will need people like you, people who can think 3 steps ahead, people who refuse to break under pressure, people who laugh in the face of death." Kreth holstered his weapon. "This is treason. You are talking about preparing for civil war within the Council. I am talking about reality, Vorn countered. The Vexar know this. Your military leadership has been quietly building reserves for 5 years. The hexapods know this. We have been training the next generation of tacticians in unconventional warfare. Every major species knows this except Earth, because Earth is too new, too naive, too busy celebrating its acceptance into galactic society. Maya wanted to argue, wanted to call him a liar, but something in her gut, that same instinct that had helped her win the simulation, told her he was speaking truth. So what now? She asked. You revealed your master plan. We are supposed to just go along with it? Vorn pulled up a new holographic display. It showed academy records, dozens of students flagged with red markers. These are the others, promising candidates from 14 different species, including 3 more humans. I've been testing them all, pushing them, preparing them. Dulak studied the display. This is massive. You have been running a shadow program inside the academy for years. 7 years, Vorn confirmed, since the moment Earth joined the Council and I saw the first human tactical assessments. I knew then that everything was about to change. Sarek stepped closer to the display. The Directorate will never allow this, if they discover what you have been doing. The Directorate already knows, Vorn interrupted. Some of them, at least. The smart ones. The ones who understand that the old order is dying whether we like it or not. They have been quietly supporting my work, funding it, protecting it from oversight committees. Maya's head spun. This is crazy. You are talking about conspiracy at the highest levels of galactic government. I am talking about survival, Vorn said. Your survival specifically, Maya Chen. Because in the coming chaos, someone with your unique combination of skills will either become incredibly powerful or incredibly dead. I am trying to ensure the former. Kreth began pacing, a sign of deep agitation in Vexar body language. Even if we believe you, even if war is truly inevitable, what you did tonight was reckless. You could have simply recruited Maya, explained the situation, asked for her cooperation. Vorn's expression hardened. Could I? Would she have believed me? Would any of you? Or would you have dismissed me as a paranoid warmonger? Sometimes the only way to prove truth is through demonstration. Maya wanted to punch him, wanted to scream, wanted to report him to every authority she could find. But another part of her, the part that had survived Earth's brutal education system and clawed her way to the stars, recognized the cold logic in his words. Suppose I believe you, she said slowly. Suppose war is coming and you are trying to help. What exactly do you expect from me? Vorn's smile returned. I expect you to continue your studies, excel in your classes, make allies among the other candidates, and when the time comes, I expect you to choose the right side. Which side is that? Sarek demanded. The side that wins, Vorn replied simply. The side that understands the new reality. The side that recognizes Earth is not a junior partner to be managed, but a full equal to be respected. Maya laughed, but it was bitter. You realize this sounds exactly like the recruitment pitch a villain gives before betraying everyone, right? Life is not a simple story, Vorn said. There are no pure heroes or villains, only people making difficult choices with incomplete information. I am offering you a choice, Maya Chen. Walk away, report me, destroy everything I have built, or stay, learn, become the warrior your species will need. Kreth interrupted before Maya could respond. We are taking you into custody, Professor. Regardless of your motivations, you violated Academy protocols, endangered students. The Directorate will decide your fate. Will they? Vorn asked. Or will they quietly sweep this under standard administrative review and let me continue my work? Check your communication device, Commander. I suspect you have new orders. Kreth pulled out his communicator. His expression darkened as he read the incoming message. This is impossible. What does it say? Dulak asked. It says the investigation into Professor Vorn is concluded. No charges filed. All involved parties are to report to medical for standard evaluations and then return to normal duties. Kreth looked like he wanted to throw the device across the room. Sarek checked her own communicator. Mine says the same. Orders. Directly from Directorate Security Command. Maya felt cold spreading through her chest. They really do know. They are protecting him. Not protecting, Vorn corrected. Supporting. There is a difference. I am too valuable to lose. My program is too important. And you, Maya Chen, are too promising to waste on righteous indignation. She stared at him, this ancient creature who had manipulated her, tested her, nearly killed her, all in the name of some greater purpose she did not fully understand. Part of her wanted to refuse, to walk away, to prove she could not be controlled. But another part remembered the way the council representatives had looked at her during orientation. The subtle condescension, the assumption of inferiority, the polite smiles that never reached their eyes. "I need time to think," Maya said finally. "Take all the time you need," Vorn replied, "but not too much. The future waits for no one." Kreth grabbed Maya's arm gently. "We are leaving, now." They filed out of the office in silence. Behind them, Professor Vorn returned to his desk as if nothing had happened, as if he had not just revealed a conspiracy that spanned years and reached into the highest levels of galactic power. The walk back through empty corridors felt surreal. Maya's mind churned with questions, fears, possibilities. When they finally reached the medical wing, where technicians waited to check them over, Kreth pulled her aside. "Whatever you decide," he said quietly, "know that tonight changed my opinion of humans. You are fierce, smart, unbreakable. Your species is dangerous in the best possible way." "Is that a compliment or a threat?" Maya asked. "Both," Kreth admitted. "The galaxy should fear Earth, but I am glad you are on our side. For now." He left her with those words hanging in the air. Maya submitted to medical scans, answered routine questions, and eventually found herself back in her dorm room as artificial dawn broke over Terminus Academy. She sat on her bed, staring at her hands, thinking about everything that had happened. Her communicator chimed, a message from an encrypted source. She almost deleted it, but curiosity won out. The message was simple, a list of names, the other candidates in Vorn's secret program, 3 other humans among them, and at the bottom, a single question. "Are you ready to change everything?" Maya stared at that question for a long time. She thought about Earth, about her grandmother who survived wars, about her parents who rebuilt from ashes, about every human who refused to quit when the universe said they could not win. She thought about detention, about suffocating in darkness, about the cold certainty that she would survive because giving up was not in her programming. Finally, she typed a single word in response. Yes. She hit send and waited. Somewhere in the academy, Professor Vorn would receive her answer. Somewhere in the galaxy, gears were turning toward an uncertain future. And somewhere deep, inside herself, Maya Chen felt something shift. A decision made. A path chosen. They had dragged her into detention thinking she was just another student to be broken. They had learned the truth too late. She was Earthborn, a deathworlder, a survivor. And the universe was about to find out exactly what that meant. The message system chimed again. 3 words this time. "Welcome to war," Maya smiled. It was not a nice smile. It was the smile of someone who had just realized they were exactly where they needed to be. Dangerous, angry, ready, let the galaxy tremble. Earth's daughter was awake, and she was done playing nice.